Welcome to today's episode of How the Game Was Won. We're looking at the game between Ragger with white and Grischuk with black, played in the European Club Cup 2015. This specific game was played on the 19th of October 2015, and we're skipping ahead till the end of Black's 31st move, and as you can see, the position has arisen from the King's Indian defense, the Marder Platter variation. It's fairly complicated, and in the current position, as you can see, white is sitting with a rook on c6, and obviously he doesn't mind giving up the exchange by, for instance, bishop takes, giving up the rook for the white square bishop, because in the process he'll be able to get a super strong pass pawn sitting on c6, and that super strong pass pawn will be supported by the c2 queen all the way through to the queening square. So that will give white plenty of compensation for giving up the exchange in that type of situation. But as Steiner said, it's only the attacker that wins the chess, and Ragger playing against Grischuk decides, well, instead of doing what's maybe normal and expected, let's mix things up to an even greater extent. And so what he does instead is he plays knight d6, which then allows bishop takes c6, knight f5, bishop e8, knight takes h6. So now white is currently just 2 pawns in exchange for the rook, and he's now got the pass pawn sitting on the d file instead of the c file as what we were half expecting to be happening. But the coordination of his pieces is superb. King h8, knight f5, rook c8, queen d3, and what you can see over here is that this knight on g5 is badly pinned against the queen, which means that there's not much that knight can actually do in either defense or trying to split white's position open. Continuing, rook g8, knight e5, queen f6, knight f3, bishop d7, queen d2. Instead of queen d2, for instance, Ragger could have played something along the lines of knight g5, rook takes, bishop takes, queen f1. Or instead of queen f1, rook f5 is a worse option because of rook c1 check, king h2, bishop d6, g3, and queen takes b2 check. But getting back to the game in hand, Ragger played queen d2, allowing bishop takes f5, queen takes an f4, bishop h6, e takes an f5, rook c to d8, and Grischuk is defending in the almost tenacious fashion over here. And the funny thing is that white is rook down, and his pieces and his pawns are not so threatening. Yet his position the position overall is around equal. I suppose this speaks of the nature of white's compensation for the rook. But bearing in mind, as I mentioned, that it's only the attacker that wins chess, and Ragger's given up this full rook, and he has to push through with the attack, because if his attack falters and he allows Grischuk to be able to effectively get back into the game positionally, then Grischuk will have the superior piece advantage and will be able to push through for the win. Knight e5, rook takes on d5, knight g4, queen d6, queen takes on d6, rook takes on d6, bishop d3, rook c6, bishop e5 check, king h7, knight f6 check, rook takes an f6, bishop takes an f6. And yes, Ragger wins back some material, and has now 3 pawns for his piece, but the dynamism of the attack that he had is lost. He's got no really strong checks that he's able to play, and now it's up to Grischuk to gain momentum on his side and convert the position and the piece majority. And we continue with knight e4, bishop e5, bishop g7, f6, rook e8, f takes on g7, rook takes on e5, rook f3, knight c5, rook f6, rook e6, rook f4, rook e4, rook f6, rook e6, rook f4, king takes on g7, rook g4 check, king f7, rook f4 check, king e7, king h2, and rook e4. And in this position, Ragger resigned, and it's a wonderful game and really imaginative play by Ragger, but it's a pity that he wasn't rewarded for it. But giving up the piece for the couple of pawns, he really needed to push home that advantage. But one has to agree that Grischuk defended the really difficult position with absolute precision and tenacity, and for that he was able to hold out the waves of Ragger's attacks and be able to turn the tables once Ragger's attack ran out of steam. So that is how the game was won. Feel free to share this video out amongst all of your chess friends. And don't forget to give me the thumbs up button if you like this type of content, thumbs down if not. That way you help me to produce better content for you in the future. Also, remember to post any comments, questions, criticisms that you may have in the comment section down below this video. And last but by no means least, down at the bottom, just below the screen, is a big red subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, that way you stay subscribed to my channel for all the new content that will be coming out on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Stay carved up for the win out there. I'll see you next time. Cheers.